of your
Yep.
AFC West, he said he got to go. They won last night. If I'm not mistaken, I know I was getting a little sleepy watching that game. It was not a great game between, well, I guess it was a great game because it was close, between the Raiders and Packers. But the Raiders win the game. They moved to 2-3. It was a gotta have it. We gotta have it, gotta have
Yeah.
it. And they
Must
got it.
win.
And yet Liv Moods comes out and says, Josh McDaniels got to go. What's up? I don't understand.
Because I don't want to pay attention to the games that he has won with this team. I want to pay attention to all the games that he has lost for this team. Because to me, the Raiders could have had a whole hell of a lot of a better record with a better coach. I think for whatever reason, when I watch this Raiders team, it's like Josh McDaniels enters sabotage mode every fourth quarter. It's like if there is a comfortable way to win a game, he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on the comfortable way. Let's make this uncomfortable. So yes, he did get a win, and obviously every win matters. I'm speaking as a Broncos fan since we don't have all that many. I think just one. But we've seen now two of the worst coaches in the NFL are in the AFC West between Staley and McDaniels, and Sean Payton's right up behind him. So the AFC West to me is the worst coached division in the NFL, which is really sad because 2 years ago, this was the most competitive division maybe in the league.
Well, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the most competitive. Remember, way long time ago. I know no one remembers this. It was years ago. I don't know. You may have been 9 or 10 years old when this happened. But when the Broncos traded for Russell Wilson, Broncos traded for Russell Wilson. We got Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Oh, watch out. The Raiders got Devontae Adams, put Devontae Adams with his college teammate, Derek Carr, and then, of course, Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Boy, this might be everybody make the playoffs. All those teams going to make the playoffs. What are you going to do? Not so much. But hey, Liv, this is how it happens. This is how it happens when you play in a division with a great team. Usually the great team, it's not like 3 of them. It's usually the great team rises above, and then everybody else in the division scrambles to keep up. We have general managers who get fired, coaches get fired, quarterbacks get traded, released, whatever, just to keep up with that great team. And essentially, that's kind of what's happening in the AFC West. You just said it. You got all these coaches doing things that don't make a lot of sense already.
Well,
Derek.
yes.
No, go ahead. Because I was going to say Derek Carr's already out.
The more that we're talking about it, the more I'm realizing that the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders may have the worst front office. Those 3 teams may have the worst front office when it comes to decision-making skills. When it comes to Staley should have been fired 2 seasons ago. McDaniels, to me, is not a winning head coach. We know that there's been a lot of issues within the Raiders organization behind the scenes. There's a lot of things being said about who McDaniels is as a person. I can't speak to that. I don't know what he's like when he's not a coach. But again, just I don't know. It feels like the NFL is headed down a path of not only do you have to have a great quarterback, but the coach now more than ever matters, exceptionally more than I think it has in the past. And they've always mattered. But I think you've been able to see, we're seeing it with Belichick, which I know we're going to get to a little bit later, where, okay, that Tom Brady-Belichick duo was so exceptional that everyone thought this was a coach that could win on his own, and he's not. So coaches to me matter more now than ever before. And the AFC West just has 3 of the worst ones right now. And I'm speaking again, now Sean Payton to me is becoming an issue. So I don't know. McDaniels to me just feels like he stands in the way more than he helps this Raiders team. And as a front office, you got to look at that. You got to look at who you're paying, who's leading. Again, we've been in a quarterback-driven league for forever, and I think we still are. But now more than ever, we're seeing coaches get in the way of a team's success. And I think we see that with Staley, McDaniels, and Sean Payton.
Yeah, I would definitely say the NFL, like coaches, and I don't even think it's close with the other sports, Liv. The NFL, you got a good one, a really good one could be responsible. I don't think any coach is responsible for like 7 or 8 wins on his own. I think a great quarterback can get you to right around, if you have an elite quarterback, you can settle in at 500, and then a great coach can tack on 2 or 3 more. But
right.
I think more than the other sports, A great coach in football can go a long way. A great coach in basketball, well, it depends. Who else you got on your roster? We'll see. And then baseball with 162 games. Sorry, you don't have a couple guys who can hit, a couple guys who can pitch. Yeah, you can be great and talk about managerial theory all day long in baseball, but if you ain't got it, say hello to 68 and 94. Now, I thought you were going to say this. With the Raiders, I thought you were going to take offense at a key play in the game that may have saved the Raiders. Looked like the Packers were about to score, and Marcus Peters reaches out. The long arm reaches out. Horse-collared Christian Watson to the ground, saved a touchdown.
Yep.
The Packers get a field goal, and we thought they were going to get a touchdown. Key play in the game. Raiders win it. And then Josh McDaniels said after that, hey, that was a smart penalty. It was a horse collar. He said it was a smart penalty. Now, look, I ain't got a problem with it. No one was hurt. A touchdown was prevented. Now, of course, I'm such a fraud and I'm such a hypocrite. If somebody had been hurt, I'd be on here, Liv. I'd be like, oh, this is outrageous. Somebody
It'd be
should
a different
penalized.
story if they were hurt.
Throw
for
them
sure.
out. This is awful. But no one was hurt. And hey, I
just
really
feel like
care
Josh
who won the
McDaniels,
game.
he does a lot of things like this.
I ain't put money on the game last night, so I'm good.
Okay, I see. And maybe that's where some of my frustration's coming from, is because when they went for the field goal and missed it, I had Josh Jacobs. I needed like 6 more rushing yards. So I'm thinking, run the clock. He could have easily gotten a first down. You would have sealed the deal. The game would have been over, kill time. Instead, they go for a field goal and miss it. Had there not been an interception in the end zone, the Raiders could have and should have lost that game, to me, because of a bad last-minute call by Josh McDaniels on how to end that game. And he does this a lot. This is not his first offense of making a call that makes people go, what? Because, again, you're a hero when it works. But, again, I feel like he coaches like this, like, okay, it sounds good. It looks good. Let's see if it works. And 50% of the time, it doesn't work for the Raiders. So this whole crossing your fingers, holding your breath thing, again, not smart. You won a game because of a Jordan Love interception. To me, that's not a proud coaching moment. We won because they turned over the ball in the end zone. Like, no, you should have won because you were so comfortable in your coaching, in your roster, and whatever. And that's just never how he coaches. He wins because of other people's mistakes, and that's not a good coach to me.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.